right, everybody, welcome to Good for the Soul podcast. My name, of course, is Shane Whalen, and I'm your host as always. And today we have one of my oldest friends. His name is Stephen Adami, and we talk about some of our stories that we encountered throughout our high school and collegiate levels through St. John Vianney and Westchester. And we even get into our favorite riots that we've ever been into. So not going to waste too much of your time. Let's get into it. What's up, bro? How are you?
Chilling. Day-to-day shit. It's not fun. But
Now, you don't go back to the dub, right?
no.
Oh, you're done, though.
No. So, when I told John this the last time we all hung out. When I finished my bachelor's and I wanted to do my master's, I had to sign like a slip. I went to the dean's office, got the dean to sign off on it, went to the head of the accounting department, signed off on it and everything. I didn't know when I was signing it, I was signing my life away. It was basically like saying I can't go anywhere else to finish my master's. I'm going to finish it at Westchester University.
Cool. So you're still in school, but you're not going back to the dub.
So I don't have to go back to the dub. I have 2 classes that I have to take online that I can just finish at my leisure. I could get a full-time job and then just finish it whenever I want to.
Nice.
Which is like cool.
There you go. Congrats on the job, by the way. Have you started the new job?
I don't start just yet.
But you're still working there, so it's
I'm still working there, just doing all the shitty work.
The bellboy, Molly Pitcher bellboy.
I took a little step up from that. What was it, like 2 years ago? I took a little step up from that. I was working behind the front desk for a little bit, and then when I was doing the front desk, I realized I should not be here because the people that come in are the nastiest human beings on planet Earth. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just try to move my way into something it's the same exact thing basically, but like I don't have to deal with it as much.
Deal with what, people?
People in general. So they'll come up to the front desk, they deal with people at the front desk, and then if there's a problem or anything going wrong, like if they have a wedding or something like that and their cake is missing, I go find the cake. Oh,
have you found cakes before? Is that a problem?
I've found numerous cakes and I've lost numerous cakes.
Wait, okay. So this is a problem. There's lots of cakes that go missing all the time. Who the fuck is taking these cakes?
So I don't know what is.
You got a cake thief out here?
What the conspiracy is with these cakes, but a wedding will come in, they have the cake, cut the cake and everything like that. It's a wedding topper that they're always looking for.
Oh, the fucking little bride and groom Johns?
So the little bride and groom.
Oh, bro, I'd want that too. You know what I mean?
Bro, some of them get like a decorative top that is worth thousands of dollars.
Oh, bread probably.
Like a lot of money. And for some crazy reason, they'll trust us to take it and put it in their refrigerator, and they'll come and get it at their leisure. So
oh, it's edible.
It's fully
the
edible.
whole thing's edible?
100%.
Oh, stop.
Yep. So we'll put it.
So it's not a little plastic bride and groom. You just like.
Well, that comes with it, but they're mainly there for the actual cake part. If they like, we've lost the groom before and not the bride, and they were like, it's no big deal, don't worry about it. But they're more concerned with the actual cake part. The 2 people at the top of it is just like, it's very, sometimes it's rare, but like other times they'll be there, and they'll come up and like they'll actually get genuinely upset if like their cake is like completely gone, which is totally understandable because they're paying so much money for it. But I'm like, why would you trust a person that's not you? You have a refrigerator in your room and you're giving it to pick up like at the next week
but like
or something like that.
But like, okay, then devil's advocate, their argument is going to be like, well, we're spending all this money here, why can't you just put a fucking little piece of cake in the fridge for us? But at the same time, why are you spending all that bread on something that's gonna fucking rot?
Exactly.
Like why do you care? Just get a cake. That's the most unreal thing. That's great. And then who takes it?
Shano,
the boys in the kitchen take it. Imagine you walk in, there's just a fucking guy and he's got a little fork in it.
Dude, working at that place has opened my eyes to
many things. I'm sure.
Like marriage, for if there's ever a day.
Like wedding or a marriage?
Like both, because they go hand in hand.
But like you don't experience marriage on your wedding.
I've thought about this, and I've thought about it really hard.
Okay.
I am going to loathe the day I get married.
Oh, man. I couldn't disagree with you anymore.
Oh, my God.
You know what I told my mom the other day? She almost started crying. I go, Mom, I don't want to get married. I just want a wedding. Like, I will literally fucking marry myself because I'll tell you why. Ready?
Yeah.
You've experienced it before for my birthday. I like my birthday a lot. Not because I'm fucking self-indulgent, not because I think I'm the shit, but it's the one day a year I can look my friends in the face and be like, hey, guess what? You have to be where I ask you to be, please. Because I like all my friends being together. And the wedding, like, you know what I mean? Like, I got friends all over the country. A wedding, you have to be there. If you're invited, you have to come. And it's like, okay, you can't come to my birthday, but you're going to be at my wedding. And then, also, I feel like I asked my mom, I go, are there limits with groomsmen? Like, can I have like 14?
Dude, that's so... I have this conversation. I talked to my dad about it because I asked him, I was like, how many grooms were in your wedding? And then this was all like on Christmas Day. I asked my dad, how many grooms did you have? How many did Uncle Don?
This past Christmas
This
Day.
past Christmas. Uncle Don, Uncle Tommy, so on and so forth, like everybody in my family. And they always range it. They never give me an exact answer. They always say, typically you go 5 to 8. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, I think I can narrow that down. But then I'll start doing the list in my head.
Oh, dude, you can't.
If I have this person, I can't not have that person.
That's
if I have this person, can't not have that person. So, like, I think of it like when I get married, I have to have 15 people. I
think I figured out the way to solve it, honestly, is just to really have 4. If it can't be everybody, then it has to be like the very few.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Say like your bachelor party's in like Nashville or some shit. You invite the 15 or the 16 or the 17 that would all go because that's what really matters. You know what I mean? Like we're all getting, I'm getting married. I still love you. You're not in the wedding. And bro, at the same time, bro, the girl I'm probably going to marry is probably going to have 3 bridesmaids because whoever's marrying me is going to be a psychopath. So she's probably not going to have too many friends.
Yeah. You've had some questionable ones in the past.
I only like the questionable. Actually, I take that back. Only the questionable ones like me.
You live for the questionable ones.
I don't live for the questionable ones, bro. On paper, they're lit.
On paper, let me see this fucking piece of paper. Let me see that paper, and I can tell you right now, it doesn't look fucking good. That's for sure.
That's so funny.
That is for goddamn sure.
No, but like back to the weddings, like, bro, I feel you on that. Like, something I think about.
It's crazy. It's a weird, not a weird thing to think about, but it's almost like that's gonna be a decision that you have to make one day.
No,
like,
it is.
You're gonna have to narrow it down to these are the ones, the homies, like the whatever. And it's nothing like against other people.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean I don't love you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's more of just like you're kind of in my day to day, my circle, my thing.
Exactly. Okay. Second question: is Anthony your older brother automatically your best man?
See.
See, here it comes.
I think of it like this, and my friend put it in a really good Corey put it in a great perspective. I think of it as who's gonna give the best man speech.
Yes, yes.
Who's gonna be the funniest? Who's got the funniest
That's
stories?
What I'm saying.
Who's been out with me when I've done?
Who knows me the most?
Who knows me the most? Who's gone out with me and I've done crazy shit?
Exactly.
Which realistically, like for me, I do everything with my brother. Me and my brother over the years.
But you're in the same friend group. You're close, bro.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
My friends are his friends are my friends.
Exactly.
I hate we hit up each other all day long. If like my brother's staying home, he's not going out, I could go out with them whenever I want to, like because they're just depending on the day or whatever. But
are you guys 3 years apart? He was a senior when you were a freshman.
2 years apart. 2 years apart in age, 3 years in grade. So when he was a senior, I was a freshman. You were a sophomore.
So he's 2 years older than me. Okay.
Yeah.
So like me and Jack were 3. So I was a senior when Jack was a freshman. So your brother's not automatically your best man though.
So I don't not.
But like not that he's not, but like he's not. The point I'm trying to make is he's not automatically.
Do I think that my oldest brother would give me the best man speech? No.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying.
But not to say that he wouldn't give a good speech, but I don't know. I don't want my wedding to be like something. This is a moment that we have. No,
I want a mixture of the both though. Yeah. I'm a big moment guy, and I'm a fucking crier, dude. but like, yo, like I hope to God that I'm a best man and can give a best man speech to somebody in my life, because from personal experience that I can write a mean speech, and if I could get some jokes in there, oh, forget it, dude, forget it. That's it.
The thing is about you and your speeches is you better strap in.
Oh, you better strap in.
One, you're gonna hear some shit. Two, it's gonna take a little while to hit the punchline, but when the punchline fucking hits, it fucking hits.
Oh, there's a large buildup.
It fucking hits. So
there's a buildup.
No, for sure.
So you're just you just don't like wedding. You see, like that's why you don't. I mean, you don't love weddings. Like it's not your hobby, but like that's why work ruins everything, bro. You don't like weddings because you have to work so many weddings.
It's not even that I hate weddings. I can't say I worded that incorrectly, but I don't.
They
hate
piss
weddings.
you off.
I don't hate weddings. I hate dealing with the mother of the bride. There is not a worse person on planet Earth than the mother of the bride on wedding day.
I feel you. I feel
Holy fucking shit.
That's so funny.
Send me in the opposite direction of wherever she is.
Yo, that's so funny because I could totally picture the Monmouth County mom. She's probably 5'4", you know, a little pudgy, you know,
definitely.
But she's all dolled up for her baby girl's day.
Oh, she's got 13-inch heels on.
Oh, dude, she's living the dream.
That blows my mind too. The whole heels thing.
Oh, bro, that's a topic for a different day.
Yeah.
The fact that you have literally like sticks of wood that allow you to stand taller uncomfortably just to look good is unreal.
Looks like their fucking calf is gonna fall off.
Yeah, dude, I rock like a 1-inch man heel. I'm like, dude, these tree trunks need a rest.
I don't need that anymore.
You don't need that.
I go for comfort.
But then, dude, I could totally picture her in your face. Like, I literally am picturing a specific woman. I wish I could draw her for you right now, but I know. She's got, like, a purple flower dress on, like, and then the dad doesn't give a shit. He just wants everybody to be happy. But, like, the mom is just in your... What's the number one thing she says to you?
Every single time, she'll come up to the front desk and she'll say, "Can I speak to the manager?" I'll hear that. So
But are you the manager, the one that she has to talk to?
Technically, yes, but no. Am I a manager? No.
But
when they ask for one, if the manager's not in or he's standing right next to me and he doesn't want to deal with it and he tells me to, I'm the idiot that has to go. So I already hear it.
This is during the wedding though, or before the wedding?
This could be at any time. This could be at 5:30 in the morning. The wedding's not till 6 o'clock in the afternoon. They're already up doing their makeup and all this nonsense,
so funny.
right? Men, I get ready 10 minutes before the fucking wedding. They're up all day doing this shit. But the number one thing that they'll come up and say is that they always have something for the room. So like they'll always order like sandwiches or a fruit platter
from the hotel.
Not from the hotel, from an outside business that'll come in.
A little Bella Italia, a little something like that.
Something like that. But they'll say, "Yeah, just call the room when it's here. I'll come down and get it." Right? So we're not allowed to send them to the room because they have to. You're not allowed to disclose that information. So they'll come up and we'll ask, "All right, who are you here for?" Call the room, no answer. Call the room, no answer, because it's a group of girls in a room getting ready, music going, makeup going, this and that. They just won't answer.
They won't answer the phone call?
They won't answer the phone call. So then we'll send somebody to the room to knock on the door. And sometimes, because it's the music going and everything like that, they won't hear you at the door. And there are other people in the hotel, so you can't bang on the door.
Oh, bro, I would take a hammer fist right to that peephole.
Can't do it because that's happened before. And a lady came out and told me to go fuck myself.
Happens.
And I was like, you're an old lady telling me to go fuck myself. You're supposed to be nice. But she just fucking wasn't. But yeah, and sometimes a guy you catch him in a bad mood, he'll leave. He'll leave with the fruit and everything. And they'll come down and they'll get pissed that the fruit's not there. I'm like,
why would he leave? Why would he leave?
He'll
just be like, leave it here.
He'll just leave.
Why wouldn't you, as the person, to not have the headache, just pay that guy and just wait to be paid back by the woman?
I have no idea. But it blows my mind every single time. And it's frustrating because then I have to deal with her. One thing on her itinerary didn't go the right way, and it's all my goddamn fault. Oh, man.
That's so funny,
The
dude.
mother of the bride.
It's so funny because, like, I know for a fact that this hasn't happened just once to you. This is a couple times.
That specific scenario has happened like once or twice. There have been other scenarios where, again, same thing. Mother of bride, she'll come in. They have all these decorative stuff they got to do the room with. They got to decorate, make it look all nicey nice, which, of course, absolutely should, right?
But, like, their hotel room? The banquet hall.
The banquet hall.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
So they'll want to go in there and they'll want to put personal things around, names on the walls,
Obviously.
whatever, right? They don't understand that it is a business, it is a hotel. We do have other events that day. So again, the wedding's not till 6:30 in the afternoon, 6:30 at night. You're up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you want to go into the room and decorate. I'm sorry, you can't do that. We have other events in there. The room will be turned over when this event's done, all ready to go for yours, but you can't go in there until a specific time.
What time are they allowed in?
So weddings at
6.
Weddings at 6. They have a full 2 hours to turn the room over.
Bro, when I walked into this wedding, we all got there. They said the room's not ready yet. What?
Wow.
And then I didn't make a big deal out of this because, like,
I've had that happen before.
I don't care. But bro, they bring you like a little flower of butter.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, dead ass, no lie. My mom was sitting right next to me. I showed her. A fucking horsefly was literally dead in my butter. And I'm like, yo.
What the fuck do you even do at that?
I was like,
bro?
Bro, that's
insane.
That's on some other shit.
That is on some other shit. But like,
I've never in my life have I ever been like, oh, I'm sorry, there's a bug in my soup or there's a bug in my butter. Like, never.
No.
And at the one place, it's a nice fancy ass wedding place. I was like, whatever.
I'm also not like something like that. Not that it wouldn't bother me. I'm not like a picky eater kind of person.
You're not gonna eat a fly though.
I'm not gonna eat a fly, but I'm saying that I've eaten some questionable shit. I've eaten a bug before, but like anyway, I'm also like, I don't know, when I go out to events and things like that, like if I order something, I don't care how it's there's probably no shot that I'll ever send it back.
Oh,
I never want to be that guy.
I never want to send that back. I could not agree with you more. Why? And you know what? At the same time, even if I have to send it back, right? Even if I'm like, wow, like I'm about to pay for this dinner and like they send it back, I'm like, hey, like I'm sorry to bother you, but I truly cannot eat this. You know, some people be like, I'm not. You know what I mean?
There's a way to go about things, but majority of the time when it comes to food, people are animals. They'll scream if your food's not cooked a certain way. They'll scream at the waiter as if the waiter made the food. Get the fuck out of here.
I've been having this conversation a lot. It's like, bro, I forget that people suck. Because I try my best not to suck to anybody. If I call customer service, I call Amazon, if I call Xfinity or whoever the fuck I got to talk to, I'm always like, hey, even if it's the third time I'm calling and I know it's a problem, I'm like, hey, like, I understand that this isn't your fault, but this needs to get fixed. Like, please help me.
Yeah.
Do you ever do call sales on the phone?
I've never done call sales, but I know what you're talking about.
But you know what I mean, like
customer service.
That's what I'm saying. The phone-a-thon, or like I did sales support at Reminder. Like, people just like be nice to people.
It's
be nice, and you probably will get what you want. You know what I mean? People who are mean and feel that they need to big up themselves because they're in that small position of power that they've never been in before, like.
You just catch that one person on that one day that you got to deal with, and I don't know. I've never wanted to be that person because the person you're talking, it's not their fault. They're just trying to help. Why you got to be a jerk? Because
you working at a hotel for all this time, you're the other person that people are probably mean to all the other time, so you know what it's like. Yeah. Like I used to be mean to solicitors back in the day when I was a kid or like in high school or something. I'd be like, don't call this number again. But then when I went and did phone sales and I realized that there was a real human on the other side, I mean, except for these dumb fucking robot calls that happen all the time now. Yeah. Like, I'm just like, hey, like, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, whatever the case may be, and I'm nice about it, and they say, okay, thank you, have a good day. I say, you too, I hope everything works out. Just put some good positive energy out into the world. I don't want to get into too much of a I don't know, theological conversation, even though it has nothing to do with theology. This is what I want to talk to you about, what I was thinking about before when we were talking about hotels. When you said that you're not allowed to disclose the information of what room they're in, right?
Yeah.
To that guy.
Yeah.
Who's the NFL sideline reporter who's the guy came into the hotel and I forget her name. Tom tells me her name every time she's on TV. I forget her name. She was the ESPN reporter. She's a sideline reporter. Some creep walks into the hotel and is like, hey, is so-and-so in this hotel? And then she was like, they were like, yeah, she's here. And he goes, oh, can you tell me what room she's in? She's like, oh, she's in room like 622. And he's like, oh, could I have room 621? They're like, oh, sure. He goes up to the room, bro, and like takes a video through the peephole, and she's like completely naked, like doing her laundry, like brushing her hair.
Holy shit.
Takes a video through the peephole. I gotta look up her name.
Was it like Erin Andrews?
Erin Andrews.
Erin
That's who it
Andrews,
was. That's
yeah.
who it was. You know what? Bro, but that's so crazy. Would you ever imagine at the front desk having a celebrity upstairs and like giving some creep the room next door to her?
Well, no, and again, like that's a bold ass fucking move on his part, giving that away, because one, that's pretty illegal.
She got 50 mil, I think. 50 or 30, I remember seeing.
50 mil for
from suing the hotel. I gotta look it up right now. From suing the hotel.
That's, well, one, that is highly fucking illegal, and that is a bold move on whoever works at the front
She
desk
awarded
part.
$55 million from West End Hotel Partners.
Yeah, that person done fucked up big time.
Crazy,
But
right?
like,
That's an
it's-
easy 55 mil. There's a video of you naked on the internet forever that you didn't want out there. It's over.
it's even crazier to think that someone actually went out of their way to do this to her. She's Erin Andrews. She's very well known, but she's not like a celebrity or anything
Bro,
like that.
there are some
Like, there are some crazy ass people.
there are
in this
creeps
world.
out there, dude. Like
There really are. there are some-
stalked her.
There are some really, really crazy people in there.
Like I said, people suck, and there's also really weird people. I
Yeah.
think is the fucking A and B part of that conversation.
Yep.
You watch Viceland for 5 minutes, you want to throw up that there's some people out there like there are.
Dude, oh my God, I watch so many shows. Lately, you watch You?
Okay. I kid you not.
The show
I've been
is
to work.
phenomenal.
I've been to work 2 days. I've gotten asked the question 15 million times if I've watched the question. But I'm thinking about watching it strictly because D'Elia is in the second season.
He
And
is.
my idol is
He
Chris
is.
D'Elia. He's fucking hysterical.
Big part in the season, too.
I'm sure.
Like,
He
like,
said he says he had a big part.
He did.
He was all in the trailers and everything.
He did, and he did really well. And when I saw him in one of the episodes, you see him briefly at the airport, I was like, oh,
I've seen that clip.
He's probably just like a quick little feature or whatever. But no, you meet him like down the road, and he's a bit of a creep himself. It's great. It's crazy. The show is absolutely phenomenal. I'm hooked.
Okay.
I'm all in. Hooked.
Okay. This is speaking of You. I can't talk about You because I just have nothing to contribute other than D'Elia. But knowing how much of a Batman fan your older brother is, what are your thoughts on Joker? Now that it's been out for so long and that it's won all these
Joker.
awards.
So my first instinct to the movie when I saw it, my first initial reaction to the whole thing was, he's gonna win.
Oh,
He's gonna win Oscar, Golden Globe, anything,
Everything.
anything you can think of.
he's already got one down.
He's gonna win, and whatever you might not like to hear because the whole
But do you really low-key
DiCaprio
care
credit.
about fucking winning, bro?
not at all.
Give me your real honest opinion about
Not
the
at all.
movie.
I loved the movie. I loved
Okay.
everything. I loved everything from beginning to end. I loved the way he portrayed the Joker. I loved everything around the whole concept of the laugh, because if you're gonna play the Joker, you gotta have the laugh. You can't half-ass it. Actors who Heath Ledger, they go crazy over doing laugh. He locked himself in a room for 2 weeks imagine being in a room for 2 weeks just to get a laugh correct. Like, it's like crazy shit, and the lengths that actors go to is insane. But Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job. I loved everything about the movie from beginning to end. It was phenomenal.
I also agree it was very good. I have a very large compliment for the movie, and I think it was the most accurate depiction of mental instability that has been portrayed in a movie that I personally have seen.
Okay.
I think that being obsessed with something and almost getting your heart, it's almost like the personification of never meet your heroes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He loved the
or just never having a father figure in general. I don't know. I also think the whole DC universe nowadays is shit.
I still haven't seen Aquaman or Shazam.
Aquaman was great. I think Jason Momoa is fucking sick. He's so cool. Shazam though, I watched a little bit of Shazam. It was too much of like a kid movie for me.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a superhero movie.
I feel that.
Marvel is still on top of the world.
Bro, your Halloween costumes as the Avengers was...
Dude.
Oh, but you were Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, but everybody else was the fucking Avengers and the Guardians and everything.
Yeah,
I was like,
bro.
yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. We have, I told you, we have this party every single year.
Because your mom lives for Halloween.
My mom, oh my God.
Lives for it.
I'll get into that in a second. But we have this party every single year, and the first year that they did it, I didn't go to because we were up at school.
Mm-hmm.
I missed the
and
first one.
you're partying at 7:09 for 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
By day 4, you're like, dude, I'm out of costumes. Like, fuck this.
I'm cross-eyed. I'm out of money. I have $25 in my account. I got to run to the dollar store to get a costume. But yeah, I was up at school, and we had this party every single year. The first year popped off. It was my brother, Corey, all of their friends, Corey's sister, all of her friends, just like friends of friends of friends. Got a big tent. It was nice outside. In Corey's backyard, it's on grass, it's on dirt and things like that. So he got like a really nice day.
It was at Corey's house?
The first year.
Oh, okay.
Second year, it was at Corey's house again, but it rained. And when it rained, I mean, like, it was a nor'easter that day.
Mm-hmm.
And we wake up and we're like, of course, we're trying to do something fun. Typically, it's gotta rain. It was still fun because you just get fucked up and make fools of ourselves. Like,
and it's like a whole family thing too, right?
It's like a kind of
but you have that family squad. You have that Marble family squad. It's like Parker's family, Wags' family.
Yeah, we were all
Lucases.
We were all super close growing up. Every single Super Bowl Sunday was at my house. After a football game, we'd go out to the Andiron Inn, and then we'd go back to somebody's house after. Every single Sunday, we would hang out. We'd be like, oh, could we have a sleepover and skip school on a Monday? Like, it was just, we did everything together. And now that we're like older, we drifted apart for a while because naturally you do that. You go to high school and you go to college, you drift apart. But then now we're all back. We all have jobs and everything like that. So we try to do like any excuse to have a party and to get fucked up and do something. We try to do it. Dude, for fucking Halloween, 4th of July. I made
you throw a good New Year's here and there.
New Year's, I had last year. New Year's was fun. I did New Year this past. Oh my God. This past year, I turned my house into 709. My whole basement. I decked it the fuck out. I turned it into 709. I got all these lights. And I used, outside, like, people shine Christmas lights on their house, but it looks like lasers on their house, so red and black, whatever. I had 4 of those that my dad didn't use this year.
Okay, so you made your basement 709 is what you're saying.
Literally made my basement 709. I got 2 speakers to connect to each other, so they're playing on the same thing.
And what was this for?
This was for New Year's.
This year?
This year, past New Year's, and then I'm doing the exact same thing next year. But next year, now that I have like these lights, I'm working on other shit. I got other shit in the making for New Year's.
Bro, I gotta start coming to your New Year's parties because I can't stand New Year's. Dude, as a holiday. I need to go back to house parties. I miss house parties.
Come by all. I do. It's hard because like I invite everybody. I put everybody into a group chat, and then
that's what I'm saying.
I don't get answers until 2 hours before because it's like.
And then can I bring, bro, dude, trust me, you're talking to somebody who threw parties a bunch in high school, and dude, the art of throwing a party is it's a real skill.
Fun fact: the first time I ever got fucked up was at your house.
Yeah, you and 50 billion other people, bro.
Fun fact. Like when I say
Well-
fucked up, I was like I had to hide from my parents when I got home because they wouldn't let me drink fucked up. I was wasted.
When was it?
So it was my freshman year. I came to your house, and this was like late freshman year because we didn't start becoming like that much closer until like after football season.
Mm-hmm. I'll still remember the first time I spoke to you.
Yeah, I and that's, you tell that story better because I know I acted that way, and I think in my head I'm like, wow, I was probably such a piece of shit asshole because Fitz didn't like me either at first. Fitz had it out for me, but the first time I met
so
you,
we're
it
in a
was
football
classic.
drill. You had to have been a freshman.
I was a freshman.
So I guess the freshman practiced with the freshman football practice with like the whole football team during the summer, and I just remember doing like a drill and turning around to you and just like trying to be friendly and be like, hey man, you know how to do this drill? And you look at me and you go, yeah. Like a fucking sarcastic asshole. I was like, all right. Like I still remember it so vividly because I remember even when we became friends back in the day, just being like, this is the same motherfucker that looked me dead in the face and was like, who the fuck does this kid think he is? I was like, all right, bro. Like,
dude, it was
my bad.
And I say this all the time. I was like, well, not one of my biggest regrets, but if I could go back and redo it, I would never take sports in high school as seriously as I did, just because of the fact that I feel like I lost out on so many potentially funny ass moments. I would never take back my football experience because it was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Like we literally did nothing, and it was so much fun. But I remember thinking in my head when you did that, like when you came up to me and asked me, I was like, I'm a freshman. I'm practicing with these guys. I got to be perfect, on point, no talking, like straight in line.
I get what you're saying.
And you're like in the line next to me, so you're talking to me from a different line, and I'm like, no, this kid can't be doing this right now.
He's probably like, of course, like I'm trying to keep my head down and not get yelled at.
Head down, just make it to the end of practice, right?
That's
No
so
talking
funny.
until I'm on the sideline or anything like that. I'm trying to be this hard ass, like whatever. And I'm like, oh, this kid's hugging me from the other line. Like, can't really talk to him right now.
It's so funny.
But and it's to make it like even better. I used to think like, oh, like maybe I'll play. I was like 6 inches shorter than I am now. Believe it or not, it gets shorter than this. And then like 20 pounds less too. So I don't know what was, and I'm pretty sure I had the shoulder pads that they gave us looked like 2 frying pans on my shoulders.
They gave me the biggest ones every year too, bro. It literally was 3 helmets length. It was 3 helmets length.
It looked fucking ridiculous.
Oh man, that's so funny. Yeah, I love your point about taking sports like less serious, because you're talking to somebody who I did take it serious. Like I wouldn't like goof around in practice. Like I did try my hardest, but I knew in the back of my head was like, I don't give a shit about any of this. Like
wrestling was your time of the year.
Oh,
I remember you being the happiest, most miserable person during wrestling.
Yeah,
season.
because dude,
all of you guys,
dude, the moments that happened in wrestling season, me and the boys still talk about.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I made friends in football, but like when you're wrestling and you're going through it with like a group of like sick blood, sweat, and tearing together, like, yeah, do I low key wish I was just like naturally more gifted, athletic to win more matches and help my team? Of course. But like they never threw me out there and expected me to like be the savior. And like at the same time, like I knew like when I lost a match, like people would get upset. I'd be like, don't worry, pal. We're still going to my house and boozing after this. Like we're still gonna be fine. Like it doesn't matter. Like,
and bro, the funniest part about that, back to your point, when you say you weren't a hero, you had a play specifically for yourself. Like you had your own Screaming Eagle play. That was to save the game. Number one. Number two, it was even funnier that you said like we're still going to your house and boozing, because like, yo, like. Again, as a freshman, sophomore, like I barely even know. Just like the invite alone is like, oh, it's just like big night. Like,
yeah,
we're going to Shane's house.
Yeah, like
fucked up.
We were getting rough. It doesn't matter.
Big deal.
That's what I'm saying. But like that's what I'm, like the coaches liked me because they knew I gave everything I had. Did I have a lot to give to begin with? No, but I went all in every single time. And like that's all they cared about, dude. Yo, Babson. One day I told Babson, I was like, Babson was my position coach. I played corner my sophomore and junior year, and I was starting JV my junior year. I mean, starting JV, you sound like fucking a loser, but like honestly, I didn't give a shit. Like I was just like, whatever. I play sports to be on the team.
Time out. My sophomore year, your junior year, junior varsity football was by far the best year of all time.
Oh, it was so much fun. It had
Hands
none
down.
of the pressure of varsity, but like it's almost like scrimmaging every Monday. I was like, yo, like we literally played Monday Night Football. Imagine playing Monday Night Football every week.
Literally. And the best part about it is like we lost. No one gave a fuck.
No one cared.
It would actually,
and then when we won, we were like lit.
It would actually be a lot worse. So if varsity were to lose on a Friday, we're getting fucked because now we have to come in and we had like walkthroughs on Saturday, off on Sundays, and then we'd have our game that Monday. Sometimes they would come from the film room after watching varsity, all pissed off, hot and bothered, down to the JV field, and what are we doing? We're not stretching. We're not doing any. We're all just sitting around like, okay.
But yo, Veshy and Papson and Mr. Lucas, bro, like it was the most fun ever.
They took it seriously. Like
Yeah.
You bet your ass, Brian Lucas is not stepping on a football field and his name has anything to do with it, coaching or anything, and he's not going all in. Veshy was just the top 5 hype man of all time.
Easily.
It was funny, the transition from like freshman year into sophomore year sports, then sophomore year into junior year sports, because it just progressively we got better in sports, like record wise, but the more and more we got older and the more and more of a joke we realized I'm not playing college ball. This is probably the furthest I'm ever gonna go. I'm gonna try to have fun with it as much as I can. Me, Kevin Clark, like all these guys, like all these just chilling on the sideline. We'd quote movies. We'd throw footballs at the sides of people's helmets, and if you got hit, you'd have to fall to the ground. And like, if it was a bad day, coach caught you doing this. They tried to be like, they were the most bipolar coaches in the world, but they were pretty funny when they got.
Did you have Karlstrom all 4 years?
No, I had Karlstrom 3 years. Senior year, Mark Ciccatelli.
And then he put his hands on somebody, that guy, right?
Well, I mean, they did, but like
he fought like who, Demeza or something?
I don't know what. I don't really know.
He fought somebody.
I don't know the story of what happened.
I forget what happened. So I used to know it, but like I never knew the coach, so I didn't give a shit, honestly.
I do know that after a game one night, we went. I don't think it was my senior year, so like we went out somewhere after the game, and I remember hearing that the next day, when we came for walkthrough, they had canceled walkthroughs. So we were.
Oh, you're probably like.
We were like, oh my god, we were ecstatic. We were like, okay, so now we're having a party tomorrow too.
Oh,
like whatever. So after that, Sunday comes, day off. Monday, I walk in and I see one of the coaches. And it was the same coach that used to live right around the corner from me. Like in my development, played football with him every single day, whatever. He is all sorts of fucked up, whole side of his face.
Oh, really?
Face, neck. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, and he was like my dude. I can walk up to him and ask what happened. I was like, dude, what happened?
It's like when you walk up to somebody with a cast and their ring finger and their pinky finger are broken, and they're like, I fell.
Literally. And he's just looking at me. He goes like, I'll tell you later. So I was like, okay. Go to practice. Sitting down to practice. I was like, dude, like, can you tell me what happened? Because like I'm dying to know. But now we're with all the coaches, and I'm looking around. Some of them have like faint bruises, but he looked like he had it the most. And we were like. So we went out to Court Jester after the game. Other coaches from another team were there. They were chirping at us from afar. We were chirping at them from afar. One thing led to another. Drinks are going. They started swinging. We started swinging. I put someone in a headlock illegally. You can't really do that. Someone called the cops, so we had to just like dip out of there. In the midst of all this, I woke up like this. I must have got snuck somehow, some way. But
like, yo, also, you're an adult. You can't do that anymore, honestly.
Dude, it was just like, I can see the whole thing unraveling because they took high school sports like it was like, oh my god.
But you're an adult.
But you're you're a fucking adult.
And like
Shit.
you have a job that you cannot show up to with visible fight wounds. Okay, I'm gonna ask you 2 questions. Name me one team other than the Philadelphia Eagles playoff run that succeeded with their backup quarterback.
Whole Eagles run and everything that happened with the Eagles. Even if Carson Wentz stayed, say Carson Wentz played throughout that whole season, I don't think they win the Super Bowl. Hot take. Don't think they do. They had nothing to lose. All the injuries that they had that year, they were almost using it not as a joke, but using it as.
I
like,
low-key think it rallied them. You're right.
It rallied them.
These are my thoughts on the Eagles. Ready? I obviously don't love the Eagles because I'm a Jets fan. You ride with your team, and you don't like anybody but your team, and you literally don't. If everybody could lose in the playoffs, all 8 teams, and you're not in it.
Yeah.
Or right now, there's 8 teams, whatever the hell there is.
It's a great day.
It's a great day. I like. You don't win, nobody wins. Like, cool.
Yep.
But I told people at Westchester when we were there, I was like, yo, if the Eagles are gonna win a Super Bowl, I want them to win it while I'm here. And they did my senior year.
They did.
Bro, do you remember the riot in High Street?
I don't even remember the riot on High Street because I saw the videos and everything, but the videos are just drunk people screaming into a blurry phone, shaking.
Mm-hmm.
I remember sitting at 709, they won, and I heard the streets before they even announced who's the MVP and like all this stuff.
We left immediately.
I remember they won and everyone's going nuts, blah, 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 whatever. And we had a big thing at the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I open my window and I could smell the BAC from like 30 feet away from these guys, how drunk they were.
Bro, there was a couch on fire somewhere.
That's right. So they had a couch, they got all their furniture and everything, and just a bucket of gasoline.
This was legit.
This happened right outside of 709.
The park in front, right?
On the park. And there's just a bucket of gasoline, and they're dousing this thing, and you're like, motherfucker.
Who did this? Was it 709 did this?
No, it was
like
kids. You know, remember the unit?
Yeah, it was
a bunch of kids who lived in the unit, and they were like, motherfucker, we won the Super Bowl. Light that shit up. And this thing, I was actually, boom. The whole thing lit up right next to a tree, right next to the fence and everything. I'm like, dude, I don't think these kids realize what they just like lit up.
Bro, that's literally federal arson.
Dude, and it was fucking cool. I gotta say, it was very cool. But yeah, they lit this shit up, and there's just no shirts running down the streets. I seen videos in the middle of High Street of girls just flashing people. I would say that I didn't join the mob because I was like, that's the fucking last place I want to be right now. I'm pissed off as enough as everyone.
But dude, they beat the Pats. How could you? It couldn't be any more special for that moment to be a part of, dude. We hate the Pats. They beat the Pats, and we were in the city that won. I was like, yo, I'm riding too. Go Birds. You really ride for the Dolphins. I ride for the Jets. Like, some people talk shit about the Jets. I'm like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. Get the fuck out of my face.
Realistically,
but you weren't gonna riot.
If I had to pick between who I wanted to win that game, obviously I wanted the Eagles to win because, like, god damn it,
fuck Tom Brady.
Like, just fuck the Patriots. But dude, when it was, I compared it, the videos and everything that I saw, I compared it to the exact same thing as when Villanova won. Do you remember when Villanova won?
I do. Because you guys went immediately.
So Villanova wins. I get a text from Danny Russell. I'm sitting in my dorm room, Commonwealth, room 221D, throwback. Sitting in my room, and Danny Russell puts in our group chat, yo, I got my mom's minivan. It's got 6 seats. I'm going. Who's with me? It was like me, DB, I think Steckel, Bruce. Oh, yo, let's go. He picked each one of us up individually at our dorms, and we just sent it to Nova, right? Going down to Nova, got the bottles and everything, getting fucked up.
It's not a far trip. It's like, what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes? Jack goes there, so it's
from Westchester, it was like a 30-minute drive, but once we got to the exit to get into Villanova, it had to have taken like 40 minutes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because now everyone's trying to get in, and then there's also families and stuff trying to get out because Saigon and all of them were at Nova. They were there. They watched the game in the stadium and everything like that. So they won. We're like, we have to get there. We get there. We meet up with them. It was the most lawless campus I've ever seen in my whole life. I don't know if this was like the quad or whatever it was.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
We're sitting in there, or we're standing in there, and there's just about like 100 yards away. There's a bunch of cops lined up with the horses, and looking around, kids swinging from trees. I look up, DB is swinging from this tree so viciously. I can't. You had to have been there. You had to see it. It looked like a tree that was literally about to fall down in the wind, getting so close but just not falling. So close but just not falling. And he's just up there swinging with this thing. And I watched the kid take his mattress, throw it through his window onto the middle, like literally through the dorm window onto the floor in the middle of the quad, and lit it up on fire. Kids taking wood chairs, throwing it there.
Oh, their desk chairs on that shit?
And we're standing there, and all I hear is, pooh. And we look around. They start sending the gas tanks, the tear gas.
Oh, really?
And dude, it looked like out of a fucking old war movie. You shoot the arrows in the air and you just wait for them to come at you, dude. It was like tear gas just coming at you, and you were like, "Oh shit!" So we ran away, and we're standing in the middle of the street. And I turn and I look, and there's just this girl. She's on the light post. And she's with some guy on the light post, and they're just like going crazy, whatever. So now, naturally, a girl in a crowd, everyone chanting, "Show your tits." And she's hysterically laughing. So the guy up there, savage move, turns to her and like, he had to, whatever he said, but it was along the lines of just do it, like whatever. So she goes, okay. She starts viciously making out with this dude's face, and just flashes the whole crowd, and everyone went insane. Though she was like a legend for the whole night.
Oh, I'm sure. When we were riding after the Eagles game, we went to High Street, and I was with Steve and Christian. Me and Steve were looking at this cop car. Like, there was just literally a cop car in the intersection of like High and Gay.
Yeah.
Like, just like parked diagonal. Christian was like, "Should I stand up on this car?" And we were like, "Yo, stand up on this cop car right now." Like, you should definitely do that. Like, 100%. I don't think we had another moment to even like think about the decision. Yeah. Bro, somebody else does it. This kid just like stands up on the cop car. All of a sudden, a cop grabs both of his ankles and yanks back, and he just hits his face right on the hood of the car. I look at Christian and go, "Probably not a good idea. Definitely don't do that."
That poor kid had a rough fucking
Bro, they were like burning Brady jerseys. They were just, it was fucking crazy.
It was insane. It's cool to say we lived that though, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I never went to the Villanova one. That would have been sick too.
Villanova was,
dude, I love a good riot. As long as nobody gets hurt and like nobody's like dies or anything like that.
Have
like,
to emphasize that.
That's
part.
what I'm saying. But that's why people can't riot. Bro, imagine you're a cop and you have to deal with a riot.
I wouldn't.
Like, okay, ready? You're a police officer, right?
I just wouldn't.
You're a police officer, and it's 5,000 people and an angry mob.
Yeah.
Like a riot.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do?
I have no idea.
You literally need rubber bullets and tear gas and...
At that point, you ever see The Town? You know the movie The Town? You know when those guys pulled up with the mask and the cop's just sitting there and they all pop out. They have like machine guns and the mask on. The cop just looks at him
and
then just looks away. I think at that point, just let everyone else deal with it. So I'm not getting fucked up over a bunch of kids just trying to have a good time because the Eagles won.
Bro, speaking of cop, I know we had this conversation before. How insane the crackdown now of like kids trying to like party at college, at least for Westchester, dude.
For Westchester, I've never seen it. Not because I only went to college one time, but other schools around Westchester, I feel like that's the way that Westchester was when I was a freshman. Freshman year, they gave you your time to have fun. They were like, guys, listen, 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, shut it down, turn the music off, clean up, whatever.
This is 4 o'clock in the afternoon for like a day party.
4 o'clock in the afternoon, if we had a day drink or anything like that, even if we had a night party, they would come up to the back. They'd be like, listen, they'll be out tonight. You guys probably have it till about 1 o'clock maybe before they start shutting shit down. They would let you know, and you would be able to prepare for that, right? After that, what happened? I don't know. I don't even know what happened.
This is what happened. I saw a gradual decline from my freshman year to my senior year of just what the hell is going on. So like my freshman year, unless you were drunk stumbling around on the sidewalk somewhere, you did not get arrested. Or if you tried to go back into the dorms drunk, you get arrested.
To get people going back to the dorms though at Westchester, it was a really sketchy thing to do. I've done it so many times.
I did it too, but like I know more than 10 people who thought they were fine, went home.
Yeah.
They got arrested at the door of their dorms because legally you can't be responsible if that kid goes upstairs and fucking dies.
No.
Okay, but that's the point. But when we were having parties at 709, I never saw a cop come up to the back door. I never saw a cop bother us. The party would go on all night. By my senior year, while you were living in 709, the cops came and knocked on you guys' door while you were playing music and cooking in the kitchen. There was a new police chief in town. I don't know these facts. These are all secondhand facts that I've been told, which I believe to be true.
Something happened. Something changed.
Because I think the college used to be way more low key, way less people. Because people used to tell me they used to like smoke weed outside like Schmidt Hall or the Schmidt dorm or whatever. Like the old heads, like we have friends who older brothers went there. Used to tell me like people used to fight in the streets, like nothing would happen. It was lawless.
Did you see the video? It's on Barstool Westchester of
the Schmacked?
I don't know if it may have been Schmacked.
When they flipped the car?
Yeah, in the right. What is that? Right outside of 400 block.
I think that's what changed everything. I think I'm Schmacked ruined Westchester in effect because they just glorified the Westchester lifestyle of just getting fucked up. Like, dude, what I would have gave to go to Westchester from like 2010 to 2014 rather than 2014 to 2018.
Yeah, I
had a great college experience. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything, but
loved college, loved everything.
I love the front end of it. Front end was best. The back end was tough.
No, I would say my junior year to my senior year was the toughest last 2 years of college because of like where we were with everything and because of people's just, I don't know, everybody's attitude towards things changed. It was like we wanted to do fun things and we wanted to do like have day drinks and do all this, but at the same time it came down to, oh well, like if a cop comes, like am I going to show my ID or are you going to show yours? I can't do because
it just made everything so.
It was tough.
It was just tough, dude. We wanted to do fun things, like money came into an account.
Yeah, for sure.
And like I was fortunate enough to be like, hey, Dad, do you think you can float me 150 for formal and then like I'll pay you back, come home and like work for the summer? He'd be like, yeah, no problem. Like have a good time. But like other people are like, I can't go to formal because I literally cannot afford it. And then it's just like, it's tough.
Well, also, I don't know. Also for me, it was like if going out in Westchester is the cheapest I've ever been.
Oh, dude, going out in dude, okay.
Dirt cheap.
I've made this point in every single one of my podcasts. I hope you agree with me. If I win $10 million tomorrow, I'm buying a nice big crib in Westchester. I'm living off the interest, and I'm living there for the rest of my life.
Really?
100%.
Hot take from Shana.
$10 million. I would buy like a big-ass white house with a big yard, not too far from New Jersey. Pennsylvania taxes, it's not as bad as New Jersey. Yeah. It's a nice place to live, and I raise my kids there, dude. You can, I mean, like, bring your wife to like a dinner date in Westchester. Like,
say what you want about Westchester, beautiful town.
Oh, it's
people love it there. Super political, but just like very, very beautiful town.
Oh, dude, it's a great town. Great town. You follow Westchester Views on Instagram?
Absolutely.
Oh, dude, it's so cool.
Hell yeah.
I love the aesthetic of it. I don't know. I'm in love with like the way it looks. You know what I mean?
and in the pictures they make it look.
Well,
so
yeah,
much better
but like I also
shit.
lived there for 4+ years. Like I know what it looks like. I like the old style like wood house. There's something about it. $10 million, buy a $2 million crib, a mansion in Westchester, and then live off the interest for the rest of your life and chill.
Even the parking situation. I'm sorry, but what the fuck are they doing with that whole thing? They must write at least 100+ tickets a day.
Don't even get me started with the tickets.
150.
They must collect no lie $10,000 a day.
They have to.
It's every day.
It's every day. It's every single day. It's in the most bizarre places too. Like I get you want people to pay meters and things like that, but I never understood when you're trying to park somewhere, the zone thing. So you're saying this street that can fit 4 cars on it, I'm allowed to park there for free. But a street that has, it's all student residential too. It's not residential. It's not residential. It's all student housing. You're telling me I have to go buy a permit to park there, but the street that is actually residential and has houses there, people live there, they don't. They just park there for free, and you want kids doing that? Like, it's so ass backwards to me.
So I lived in my senior year. I lived in a house of 4 New Jersey kids.
Mhm.
It was me, Tom, Joe Barone, John Cummins.
Yep.
4
What
kids.
a house.
What a house. 4 kids all had New Jersey licenses.
Mhm.
Me and Tom, me and Joe, everybody. We went to the town. We were like, hey, here's proof of residence. We live at this house.
Mhm.
We all, I think for the exception of Joe, I think we had 3 cars there. We all had our car there.
John definitely had his car there.
John definitely had his car there. I had my car there. My junior, senior year, I had a car there, and Tom definitely had his car there. So
You didn't bring the truck there, right? You had the Beamer at that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, dude, driving an F-150 on those tiny ass one ways, double parks, no way. But anyway, we went to the town and we were like, hey, this is where we're living. Our street is always open. It's never bad. And don't forget, it's only permanent parking Monday to Friday, not 6 to midnight.
Yeah.
So midnight to 6 a.m. I could park there.
Yeah. But it's just like,
And then they were like, you can't get a street permit, because you're not a Pennsylvania resident. I go, are you fucking kidding me?
yeah.
I can't get a Pennsylvania. I can't get a street pass because I don't live here.
They fucking Westchester, man. They took shit so seriously.
Oh, bro, the out-of-state tuition that we paid considered in-state tuition.
Oh, it's got to be half. I would say, because I know whatever the amount that I paid, and then someone close to me, I would ask them who's lives 10 minutes out of Westchester or not even.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, yeah, I'm going here for like next to nothing. All right, put it this way. They pay to go to college what we paid to go to high school.
Oh, easily.
Probably even
Probably
even
less.
Yeah, probably even a little. I also feel like Monmouth should be like that for us, but they're not.
Because Monmouth is a different place. Like, imagine Westchester, like, Monmouth was like, oh, Westchester. We would 100% go there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if Monmouth was like Westchester tuition-wise for me, there's no
Not
way
even
I'm
not
going
even
to Monmouth.
tuition. I'm just saying, like, layout, like, everything.
I
Like,
love Monmouth. I think Monmouth's so cool.
I think Monmouth is really cool too. Like, I liked all the houses that they live in. I think that's really cool.
Bro, they lived in houses that the 2 people that I knew that went there, and the houses that I've been there, they live in regular houses, like mining,
like nice ass houses.
like mining your house at home. I'm like, this is like some houses that I saw that they were like, yeah, like however many people live in there, it was nicer than my actual house, which is like, and they paid half of what we paid at Westchester. Like where I lived my senior year, I paid however much for that. It was $300. It was like $350 less to live in a nicer house in Belmar to go to Monmouth.
What was your rent on Gay Street?
I lived on what's it called, Market Street.
Market Street.
But after everything, it was close to $800 a month a person. After everything, like Pico, and then we had
cable.
this cable, and then it was called an EMS bill. So because we lived in a building with other people, and then Carlino's was right below us, we're paying for electric for the whole thing. That really fucked us.
But for like one of the dopest spots in town,
yeah,
not bad.
we did what we could with it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we could have done more with it. We didn't have to deal with our fucking neighbor until he passed away.
Oh, really?
I tell you that story?
No,
Dude.
probably had an old ass bull, been living there for years.
Bro, not even an old bull. Just like he looked
unhealthy.
He didn't look good, and he was mean. He was just a
Mhm.
fucking mean dude. Like, what's so bad in your day? You got to project that shit on me. Like, I didn't do anything. Walk past his apartment every day, reeked of cigarettes. The whole thing.
Oh, just ripped heaters.
Oh my god. Me and Mark lived together. Me and Mark were in the same room. David and Kyle were in the other room. And it was just me and Mark chilling one day, and I was in my room watching TV, and Mark comes in, he was like, dude, like, see what's going on downstairs? And I was like, no, what's going on? Look out the window, sirens.
Oh yeah.
Just like everything. I'm like, oh shit.
Bring
whatever.
out the gurney.
Thursday night or whatever, Tuesday night, just chilling. And watching the whole thing happen, and they're going in and out of this guy's apartment. So we're thinking like, oh, it was like a drug raid or something like that. The guy next morning found out, so they quarantined the apartment, found out that the guy passed out and died in our laundry room doing laundry.
Really?
They found him in there just dead.
That's crazy.
Never found out if it was like an OD or anything like it. Just passed out and died.
That's sad,
And
man.
then-
Dying alone in the laundry room, dude.
And that was like, so that was towards like the beginning of the semester. So as fucked up as it sounds, we were like, oh shit, like that's really terrible. Like the guy passed away, whatever. But at the same time, fucking guy's gone. Now we could start having some parties and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So again, inviting people over, have whatever. And then the people directly below us too, like this older couple,
Mm-hmm.
loved yelling at us.
Oh, really?
Loved it. We'd be upstairs, we'd be pre-gaming, walk downstairs, they'd peek out and yell at us for doing something. And sometimes I didn't even think we were like that loud. There were times where we were like pretty loud where we would tell each other, all right, we got to chill for like a weekend. Maybe somebody else will have the pregame. Because everyone wanted a pregame at our house. We were right next to the bars. We had a big spot. We had a fucking ping pong table too. So whatever. Everyone wanted to come. It was just our neighbors sucked so bad, and they just sucked the fun out of everything sometimes.
Got it. That's the crazy thing about living in like Jersey City, New York. Knock on wood, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, because everyone lives the same lifestyle.
Bro,
I feel
nobody gives a shit, dude. New York City is lawless. Lawless, bro.
Some characters that live in the city.
Lawless.
For sure.
I see somebody smoking an L. I know I say this a lot. No exaggeration, smoking a blunt. Every morning. Every morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing? You don't have a job? You don't got nowhere to be?
Hell no.
You're going to smoke a day ruiner automatically off the
Fuck
9 a.m.
yeah.
rip?
Fuck yeah, he's getting himself started for the day.
Him, I see girls do it too. Like, yo, where you going?
Fuck yeah, good for them. You should ask them for a hit. They'll probably give it to you. Probably the nicest people in the world too. Everybody should smoke weed.
No, these people are mean. These people are mean. You stay away from these people. Bro, nobody's happy. Nobody smiles in New York. Nobody, like, dude, I put my head down. I don't bother nobody. I got smacked by a homeless Russian man one time. I fucking walked away like a bitch. You know why? Because that man was not scared to die. And if he was not scared to die, he was not scared to kill me either.
You gotta watch people you fight nowadays.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta watch. You don't know what kind of shit they know.
I was walking by him. He walked by me the other way. I was late to work, so I was just like power walking.
Mm-hmm.
And like he, you know, a homeless crazy person, he's just talking to himself, doing whatever the fuck he's doing. And he took like the index of his hand, bro.
Yeah.
And as I was walking, he just went boom, like right under the chin,
Yeah.
like hit me up. And I was looking at him, and then I saw him like say something to me in Russian, like super aggressive. Like you pretty much just said like, do you want to die today, motherfucker? Like
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to work, bro. Like
it's fucking sketchy, man.
you can't that guy could have a gun and fucking just shoot you in the fucking skull.
You have no idea. It's literally though. You have no idea what he knows how to do, what he has on him.
That's what I'm
This
saying.
fucking guy can be like the
what I'm
next
saying.
Bruce Lee
That's what I'm saying, dude.
and literally hit you in the chest one time and you're fucking dead.
All right. Well, God bless. Thanks for joining us. Oh my God. I almost forgot.
Talk to me.
I almost forgot. This is the last thing I do every time. But something I pride myself is that I'm an undefeated gift giver. So all my guests get a gift.
Oh shit.
So you get.
Stop.
So everybody gets one.
What do we got?
So there's this local vintage store that I was just telling you about before that that I've been stopping in, and I saw this shirt and I was like,
Oh
yo,
hell yeah.
I was like, if there's one silly ass person
Nice
that
fucking-
deserves that shirt, it's you.
Nice fucking
I picture you
Captain
with that,
Morgan,
cutting the
baby.
sleeves off and wearing that on vacation.
What, dude? You know how much I'm gonna wear this at not. I wear this shit every day. I don't have fashion. I don't know fashion. I've been told so many times my fashion is shit. I wear the same thing every single day, and it's literally what you see right here is what I wear.
So
I love it.
he's got a tee of the entire black T-shirt it's a Captain Morgan without his head. So
Captain Morgan cropped head, baby.
and then his head becomes Captain Morgan. I was looking for some, like, I was gonna get you like an FSU shirt or something like that. I was like, I don't know. I saw that and I was like, oh, we're out.
You'll catch me not buying Captain Morgan in that shirt too, which is gonna be even more phenomenal.
All right, boss. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, man.
No problem. Thanks for listening to Good for the Soul podcast this week. I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget, I update weekly playlists on Apple Music and Spotify, and I have an Apple Music radio playlist that you can listen to if you don't feel like picking the songs or doing any of that. You can just put it on chill out to it. Links to those things will be in the description of the podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff for this podcast. Help out the show. Help out your boy. And hopefully I'll see you guys next week.